OG, we OG, oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, is my guy for real, bro?
Run stuff.
Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. We are live for another Ordinal hour. It's a Monday. We got some Russian news making the Bitcoin price down, but we're ready, guys. We're ready. We know we're in bull season. We got the next 500 days are going to be absolutely amazing. Normally, after a halving, you get about 500 days of a bull market. I think we're going to enter a super cycle. I think we're going to blow up, guys. I think it's going to be in like 700-800 days of amazingness before we see a pullback. But, you know, that's all speculation. Not financial advice, of course. But we do have a lot to talk about. We're going to kind of go over what's been happening in the market. So the last couple of weeks, with runes, all the hype was runes. We've kind of ignored a lot of the other stuff, including TAP, BRC 420, the Merlin stuff, and all that stuff. So we're going to really take a look at the entire ecosystem, as we should always do, and kind of give a real clear view of what's going on in what sector, because we know there's some hot sectors that are going to happen, and we're going to talk about that. But I just want to make sure you guys are are etching all your stuff at our good friend Sathunter, sathunter.com. Sathunter has some of the best rates, guys. Like they have a top paying referral program in the industry. When you refer a friend, you earn 50% of the service fee paid in Bitcoin. You can track everything on their dashboard. Etch Runes at sathunter.com. Our referral link is in the show notes. It helps the show and it makes Francis like us a little bit better. But just kidding. But without further ado, let me bring in my partner here, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, bro. How's everything? How's your weekend? What's going on with you?
Good. Weekend's good. I just been kind of trying to get out a little bit more. Been hitting the gym consistently. That's been a really good way to kind of clear your mind. Touch grass in a sense, but it's more touching weights, I guess. In terms of, the space, I just kind of step back. I feel like there's like a lot of this like energy that's like built up from frustration from camp to camp, and you can see it on the timeline and stuff. And so sometimes you just got to step away, right? And for me, it's been the gym lately, and that's good for my health too, because I definitely need to hit the gym more.
Dude, I need to get the gym. I really do. I've been stuck in my computer. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm stuck here. I'm just looking at things and reading things, and dude, I'm the complete definition of a psychopath right now. I'm just in everything. I'm just looking at everything, kind of just trying to make sure that I'm in the right stuff. You know, I did a lot. If you were seeing our members live yesterday, you would know that I'm pretty much like really sold on RSIC. I was buying at like 14 sats, 16 sats, 18 sats, and I got a nice bag now. And that you know, we kind of go over that with our members. So if you guys are a member, you definitely can go back and check those videos out. And you know, for me, I just been doing a lot of research, a lot of digging in. Like I think with it being quiet and a little being crazy, I think that's, you know, at the time I need to dig in, but I just hope I don't burn myself out. I mean, I think you're playing it smart. You know what I mean? You're not going to get burned out when the bull comes. I'm going to be sitting here stressed out because I didn't take the time. But you know, but again, you know, we both have like completely different strategies and stuff, and we'll see what happens. But what do you want to get into first?
Well, I mean, we got to talk about Bitcoin, right? I think that's the
Oh, yeah,
best way
yeah.
to start each and every day.
Yep.
Bitcoin's price action. Let me pull this up real quick here. Let me get my screen out of here and do this new screen. But yeah, we heard the news over the weekend of Russia saying that they're going starting September 1st. They're gonna, you know, not allow cryptocurrency other than the digital ruble to be traded to the public, and so that I think that had some negative sentiment. Obviously, right? Russia's a big country,
Yeah.
but for me, I feel like this is kind of a psyop. It's kind of like the stuff that like China was pulling, you know, the last two cycles really before the run ups. They would kind of FUD Bitcoin, and I would imagine that they were just acquiring. I feel like that's what Russia's doing here,
Yeah.
because I do feel like eventually that they're going to come out with another statement, you know, later on in the cycle, that you know that they'll allow it again or something. Maybe they don't, but at the end of the day, you know, people are still going to be able to purchase Bitcoin. I don't think it's going to hold it down, but there might be some temporary FUD. So I'm kind of expecting that actually here in the next couple weeks. You know, institutions, countries trying to bring it down so they can acquire more before it really shoots up, right?
Yeah.
You can see we're at 62,767, right? And so looking at this stochastic RSI, this is the hourly chart, right? So we just came out of some sell down really and trying to get some positive price action going. But we've been in this oversold territory for a while. You know, and so I'm kind of seeing this, you know, possibly going down further, you know, if there is this more FUD coming out. We do have the Hong Kong ETFs after digging in and having some conversations yesterday. Seems like the inflows of those might not be as large as I initially thought, but still it's a positive, I think, inflow on top of the US ETF that's been happening. I know that's slowed down as well, but I don't think it's going to stay, you know, stagnant. I think it's going to pick back up, you know, who knows when, maybe here in the next week or two. We'll see. But BlackRock is definitely not selling their Bitcoin. So
Yeah. So we'll definitely see. And we're still like in that flag pattern that I've been showing now for a while here. I'll show this real quickly. You know, we're definitely, you're still in it completely. We came down and almost touched it, and then we kind of immediately backed off from it. So I still think we come up here and we touch this line again. This is 69,000, and I don't know. We got a Fed meeting this Wednesday. We're gonna find out if we get a rate cut, a rate hike, or stay the same. You know, I think 90% of the people are thinking we're gonna stay the same. And it really depends what Jerome says. If he says anything bullish about maybe potentially the next one, which is in June, if we do a cut, you know, if we do a cut, we're flying. It means the printers are back on. Or if he says anything about you know, right now they're not doing any type of any buying of any assets. So if the Fed starts buying assets again, that could really take us up as well, because that's really what threw us up. Everyone says it was a stimulus, but in reality, it was the Fed buying you know, buying assets. And right now they're still selling them off. So we'll see.
yeah, I mean, it's I don't expect anything super crazy here in the next
Yeah.
couple days. Maybe the next 2 weeks though. We'll see which direction we're going to go for the next month to 2 months. But I think by like towards the end of the summer, it should be kind of like we're back on track, right? That's
Yeah.
my my I guess like prediction, I guess you could say, is that like by the end of the summer, heading into the fall, people are going to start feeling really good again about stuff. So
Yeah. Do you think we see a sell in May go away? So it's a trad 5 thing where they sell in May and they come back after the July 4th holiday. They usually take about 2 months of vacation because they're rich as hell and they stole everyone's money. So and that's what usually that's trad 5 does, and then they come back in July and try to steal people's money again. So what do you think? What are you thinking for that? Do you think you see a sell in May go away?
I mean, it could happen now that ETFs are here, and that's a part of their whole scope now, and so we could see that. I think
Yeah.
one thing, like, does Bitcoin typically follow that trend though, or is it? I'm sure that before Wall Street didn't really affect it too much in terms of that, right? Being able to the inflows and outflows of it, but now there's a direct correlation to how Wall Street is feeling in
Well,
terms of
let's
sentiment.
actually take a look at that. So August, let's just go back to the last cycle. So 2020, February, March, April. So we saw May. Zoom in for that candle, that May candle there.
I don't know if last cycle was a very good May go away because it was like everybody couldn't go away. You know what I mean? Everybody was trapped in their homes.
Yeah, no, that's
so they're
definitely
probably being more degenerate, actually.
Yeah, we started at 6,300 and we ended at 8,500 in the month of. I'm sorry, May was. Well, I guess you would think June, right? So June was a down month this year, and then let's go to the following year, April, May. May was a huge down month, and let's go to the next one, December, 2022. Obviously, May was a
Can you go to
terrible month.
2016? That would be a good one.
2016.
But yeah, that would be a good one. But like that's whenever like a lot of stuff was just not.
Yeah.
With cryptocurrency wasn't really mainstream up until.
I mean, Bitcoin was like $900.
Yeah. Exactly.
So we got June, May. So yeah, May was actually in 2016. You saw 2 green candles and 2 monthly green candles in a row. So,
gotcha.
May
yeah, and then
June.
like last halving was May 11th, 2020. So that's kind of hard too, right? Because the halving
couldn't sell
happened.
It couldn't go away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think that this year is going to be. We'll see if it follows that. I don't know though, because there's just so much about this cycle that's different. It's acted different, like it's hit the all-time high before having. It's gonna be, I don't know. I'm expecting a little different for the May, but I don't know what to expect really. Just a curveball, I guess.
I'm definitely admiring this though. It's just like zoom out. This is the monthly candles. Like just zoom out. Like look at that. Like tell me it's not amazing to be in Bitcoin. Just seeing that. You know what I mean? It's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
It's not. I mean that red candle isn't pretty, but like it's at least we're up there, right?
I know we could be right here. We could be right here right now. Like this is a normal cycle. We'd be right here. We'd be around 50,000. Like, but no, we're already seeing an all-time high. Like it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. But
yeah, for sure. All right, let's get into some stuff. Well, you want to let's do your roll call here. See how many people
about the Russia yet, right? We kind of got into that a little bit, right?
Yeah, we talked about that. Like I don't think that's gonna be. I think it's just FUD for now. So
okay,
we'll see.
Sounds good. Yeah, let's jump right into the roll call. Let's see who's here. We got a very small crowd today, but let's see what's got going on. We got in that number 1 spot, we got Yazir, and it was differently. So, guys, when you guys go and I put this out on Friday. So when you guys go in, check this out. It changes. I don't do it. It just changes itself. So Yazir wasn't the first, but now he's considered the first because he put in at 7:12 this morning. I don't know. Maybe the day changed. I don't know. But Yazir, he's showing first. I know some other people are going to say they were first, but Yazir was first. Shout out Yazir. He is always here.
Yes. Yashir.
Is it Yashir? Yashir. Am I saying your name wrong, buddy?
Yashir. Yeah, maybe you can sound it out for us.
Yeah.
But
and we got my man Tim Bakes in the building. AOD Art. Glad you're always here, my friend. I Walk Alone in the building. Ordinal Tweets. And we got my man John. He is always here. Appreciate you, John. Ant-Man. DGen, Bitrans, SIAUNC, Drex again, Gingerbread Man. Gingerbread Man is actually he's a part of the Cyberconks. He's a admin for them. So shout out Gingerbread Man. Drex, damn Shizzy Block John. I don't remember doing that. And then we got Nocturnal in the building. Todor, what's up, my man? Chain Watcher, Crypto Nora, Chief Axel, Singing in the building, Katie and Courtney Johnson. Courtney has an issue. We're gonna help Courtney fix her. We have a meeting with her tonight. We're gonna help her fix our issue with Merlin. And then we have Pelpa, Itoshi, Claudiu, and Claudiu says Shizzy and Yagobi. My man.
Appreciate y'all joining us on a Monday. Make sure to put your questions in the chat. We'll get to those. But yeah, over the weekend, we actually figured out how to do a members only live stream. We'll be doing those more. That was really awesome. We were able to connect with you guys, and it definitely, like, you know, having that back and forth, it feels more like a family environment. Definitely love that. We'll have more of those for sure. So
yeah, man.
All right, man. Well, let's get into some stuff here, man. There's some huge news here. Arsic joins OKK.
Okay. Oh yeah, that was to change that. OKX.
OKX. Yeah. Let me fix that for the audience there.
I'll just read it real quick. It says Arsic joins OKX Jumpstart program. The ticker is Rune Coin, listed on OKX. Jumpstart mechanism allows projects to launch their tokens and gain immediate exposure to a large pool of potential investors, while also giving OKX users the opportunity to invest early. So it's a new program that they just started this year. OKX does. It's called the Jumpstart program. And Rune Coin. What do you think about that? What do you think about them going by Rune Coin?
Well, I mean, that's what their Twitter account says.
Yeah,
and I think you know, like the Arsic was the Arsic miner. Rune Coin is the coin name. I think it's good. I like it.
Yeah.
It's actually, from a marketing perspective, it's really good. Rune and coin, you know, so Bitcoin, Rune Coin. So I think kudos to them for picking.
Yeah, I was actually what they didn't pick it though with their normal ticker though. It's what is it, Arsic Genesis token, right?
Yeah, I think that's the ticker for OKX, right? But
yeah. You get to pick your ticker. So
yeah. It's because like they have to select something that's shorter, right? It's just too long with the runes naming mechanism. But I like it. I think that you know, I think that it will catch on and probably be like, if you think about like these runes, if they start to get listed, especially these early ones, if they start to get listed on these large centralized exchanges, they will have to select a short name, right? So this could catch for the other centralized exchanges that decide to list them, and then this is going to make other people kind of try to probably already pick out what name they want to have if they get listed too. So
for sure. So this happened, and then Arsic went absolutely nuts. It is now the #1 coin on Magic Eden. Actually, no, it is still by volume. It's #1 by far, but by market cap, it's still number 3 behind Fuhu, All Go to the Moon, and Arsic.
Fuhu doesn't count because there's 110 million that are pre-mined and locked in a wallet, right?
Yeah.
So I definitely wouldn't count them because I think their actual market cap's more like 30 million around there. But I would consider Arsic #2 in terms of market cap. But their volume definitely picked up. So the big war right now is between Arsic and Dog Go to the Moon for these runes tokens. And so that's kind of where we are with that.
Yeah, man. So Arsic, you know, it was at like 200 million, 250 million yesterday. When I was looking, now it's at 314 million. So what are you thinking for these guys? Obviously, they're trying to be a meta protocol. They're not a meme coin, right? They're like the only one out of the top 5 that I can see that are not meme. That it's not a meme. We don't know what Fuhu's going to be yet, but I can definitely say Doggo to the Moon, Lobo, and Satoshi Nakamoto are all meme coins. Fuhu is the only other option, but Arsic wants to be a meta protocol built on top of runes. What do you think about them? Are you bullish on them at all?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody that knows kind of who's probably behind it. And then I just want more information than just a meta protocol, right, on top of runes. What are they trying to do? Are they trying to incorporate like the recursive endpoints? Are they trying to integrate like ordinal collections into like what's the plan? But I'm just bullish on them from an execution standpoint. Like I feel like they definitely have rolled everything out very well. Probably so they're, in my opinion, like I know that like we are super bullish on like what the Kongs have done with the Prometheans and stuff like that. But if I were to pick the top like execution rollout from start to finish, it would be Arsic, probably number one. Dog Goes to the Moon is probably in there too, like between Prometheans was short, right? It's at the end, so
2 weeks.
But my whole point behind this is saying that like they know how to roll this out from start to finish, right? Like Arsic was original with their mining mechanism. It was very creative. Then people tried to FUD it and stuff, and they still kept it going. And then they were the first pre-rune to airdrop like a bunch of wallets. They spent $200,000 to be able to airdrop these wallets when fees were high. So for me, from what I've seen from them, they're the winner, right? And so of course, like Promethean could come out and do something crazy as well, because I know that they just did their snapshot, and I expect good things from them because everything I've seen has been really on point with them as well. Dog Go to the Moon, huge like weight on Leo's back and his team's back, so you got to give them credit too, right? So all three of those have really done well from an execution standpoint, but Arsic to me is probably that leader, and I don't have no bags in Arsic, by the way.
Yeah. I do got a big bag of Arsic, but the reason is I'm just bullish on it, right? So bullish on Raktoshi, who we think is the head of that. And to your point, they've just been perfect so far, right? So we'll see what happens with them, but it kind of leads us right into our second thing here. Decentralized Rune 2 will be launching today and available immediately for trading on Magic Eden as their preferred runes marketplace. And this is from the Twitter account for the decentralized token. So Promethean, I'll do a quick recap. They're trading at 0.08 yesterday, 0.088 the day before. Snapshot happened, they announced it, immediately fell down to 0.02, which in my opinion is very, very fair. That's normal. And this is funny. You got people on the timeline saying, "Oh, I saw that coming." Obviously, the snapshot, you get potentially, you get 910,000 tokens, and at $100 million market cap, each token is at 0.09. So that's like $8,000 per thing there. So of course it's going to drop. It just makes no sense to me. It's just so funny. People in ordinals, man, I love our ecosystem, but some of them are just so hard to deal with sometimes. But which was very obvious to me, right? So basically, you get potentially 910,000 tokens on top of these.
I mean, like that, I don't think there needs to be an explanation for that, because like you saw the exact same thing happen in Runestone.
I know.
But
and it was funny because people were clowning Runestone because of that. It's just so stupid.
Yeah, and so like it's obvious, like once people were holding these pre-rune ordinals for the snapshot and the airdrop, right? I think with Runestone it was a little different because like they announced that they're going to release 2 additional tokens and all that stuff, but it still dropped hard. You know what I mean, from where it was. That's a normal like logical expectation. Now I think the challenge is like, what do these project founders have for these pre-rune ordinals, right? Like how can they integrate these into their ecosystem, if they do at all, right? Because kind of what we predicted is playing out with like a lot of these these pre-runes haven't even airdropped yet, and some of them won't ever, and they built up this like the storyline of you'll mine runes or you'll get so many runes, but the ones that did or that those are the ones like that still have these ordinals inscriptions, and what are they going to do with them? And I think that's going to be a challenge for some, because there's some creative ideas that we talked about, like you can utilize these as like whitelist opportunities for a collection, or you can do some sort of like partnerships with kind of like what we did with the OG passes, partnerships with other projects, future projects to get whitelist or some type of benefit. But that, I think that's going to be like the biggest like challenge for some of these projects.
I think these projects need to utilize the burn more. I think the I like I would have liked it better if I was able to send my Promethean to a Satoshi's address and kind of burn it, and then I get for doing that you get that's the snapshot, right? People who burned them because it would cost me $3-4 to send it to Satoshi's wallet, but then you know what I mean. Those are out of the ecosystem, which makes them rare, right? Let's just say like there's 21,000. Let's just say 2,000 people decide no, I'm going to hold on to this Promethean because I don't know. There might be something else. There might be something else coming by holding this, right? So that opens up that game as well. And I just think that future projects need to think about doing that because it makes them rare.
It could, yeah. I mean, it definitely puts a hard decision in front of the user, right, or the community member because like, would they take the tokens because the tokens are gonna be hype, right? So
Yeah, for sure.
a lot of people probably wouldn't love your idea right now because for them they get the tokens and they can sell the ordinal, so they get like extra bonus on top.
Yeah.
But you're right, it could make them rare if like half of the supply gets sent to Satoshi's wallet for a burn. Then there's fewer of those. In that case, like yeah, it actually could make the project popular. But I would probably if I was a project owner for this, like if I were to do a collection, I would do like rarities and stuff like that, right? Because then it could be the rune miner. Then if you decide you want to burn it, you have rare collection that's an actual collection. You know what I'm saying? Versus
100%.
pre-rune stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. So yeah. All right. We'll jump right into what we're kind of just talking about here. I'll actually show my screen. Okay. So if you guys don't know, Magic Eden has an amazing dashboard. If you go look here, you guys can see. Maybe give us a quick refresh because it changes often. So it gives you the most updated thing. So this is sitting at a $300 million market cap now, and you can kind of sit here. You can kind of go see the by market cap because I think that's really what matters. So I'm gonna run through this one and then we'll kind of keep going. So Doll Go to the Moon is sitting at around 5.93 sats. Market cap is $372 million. R6 in that number 2 spot, sitting at 23 sats per, sitting at around $302 million market cap. Satoshi Nakamoto sitting at a $46 million market cap. Lobo the Wolf Pup sitting at a $26 million market cap. Fuhu, see, it's weird because when I hit this up here, it puts an order, but it doesn't put Fihu in that order. It puts Fihu in the 5th spot. And you think because it's because it's showing here,
maybe
$3 billion market cap.
It's what's the total supply? Let me find it here. Let me see. I'll tell you what I.
But they're showing it fully diluted, right? And you're saying that it's not fair to do that because it's not fully diluted.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at what 1.1 million that's in circulation, and whenever you do that, it's completely different market cap, right? Because we don't know what's going to happen with those other 110 million tokens. And here I'll give. What's the price of it?
It's looking like it's $27.47.
So it's $30 million market cap is what I'm getting on my calculator here. So, but yeah, let's Fehu to me is like this annoying mystery now at this point.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like it's definitely getting volume, but I'd like to definitely know what it's about, and 100%. Hopefully we get some answers on that soon.
Yeah. We got Wanko sitting at a $12 million market cap and Anarcho Cat Bus sitting at $11 million market cap. For some reason, it's not showing our good friend Mr. Yen here.
Mr. Yen, that's weird.
Mr. Yen, Japanese businessman.
So I clicked on it. It's 1.7 million.
Okay, 1.7 million market cap. And so Mr. Yen shouldn't even be up here because then you have these market caps are really off, dude. Because Mean Economics is 11.
Yeah,
and it's showing a $5 million market cap.
Yeah, I don't know if it's not just maybe it's only doing the top ones by filtering it correctly, but yeah, the filter's off on it, that's for sure.
And Seppu in May and go away is the message to Casey, sitting at that 13th spot. But that is kind of your rune, your top runes here. Definitely wasn't expecting a lot of these, but it's kind of cool, definitely.
Yeah. to me, we have yet to see a runes bull run.
Yeah.
We just saw a launch, and we have large market caps by default, and we haven't seen liquidity really flow into this space at all, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's been mainly PvP, the ordinal space, like people that like sold off a lot of their assets to get ready for this, and now like I feel like there's like this there's probably like an expectation for like a runes bull run eventually, which I have that expectation. I definitely do. But it's gonna be when things are euphoric, not right now. Like on my timeline, it's very toxic. It's very negative in the space right now. But we've seen that before. We've gone through those types of ebbs and flows, right? And what happens is you go through that, and Bitcoin, is kind of in this like funky price action phase right now. But once Bitcoin kind of gets euphoric again, I think that will trickle down to our space. And then runes will be one of the first to benefit from that, in my opinion. How long does that take? I don't know. I don't have a magic 8-ball, right? But I definitely expect that to happen here, and you'll see a lot of these market caps that might not be pre-runes that can 10, 20, 30 and higher X.
I agree. So when do you, if you had to pick a time for this bull market, for the runes to really take off, are you saying like end the year, next year, maybe summer? What are you thinking?
Well, man, it really depends, right? Because it took March to probably like, I don't know, maybe like, what was it? I want to say maybe like late April, May for BRC20s to really take off. Maybe middle of April, early May, so like the beginning of summer. And runes was a little bit past March for the launch, right? So for us, it could be like Bitcoin summer again, you know what I mean? But like actual, like a little bit stronger than last time, because last time was Bitcoin summer. I felt like was just a phrase that was being thrown around, and we expected this huge thing, and yeah, it was okay. But this summer could be something with runes. All we really need is for like Bitcoin to kind of get back to like that mid 70K, touching 80. If it crosses 80, I think that euphoria comes back. But we just don't know when that's going to happen, right? Because right now, I'll tell you this, BRC20s last summer had its run up without Bitcoin being euphoric. It was new completely to Bitcoin to have fungible tokens. And so like now I feel like we're at a place to where like just the name runes can't do it, because like we're exhausted. We're exhausted from BRC20s from last summer, ordinals from the summer, and then heading into the fall, and then the holiday period, we're extremely exhausted from the run up of BRC20s from the holiday period, and then ordinals in the early part of this year. And so what needs to happen is there needs to be Bitcoin needs to bring the euphoria to the world, and then we will start to have that extra capital. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel. Because if it wasn't that, then I feel like we would be more euphoric about runes, even if it wasn't taking off as much yet, and it would take off later. We'd be more positive, more euphoric about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes 100%. And people like to play with house money, right? So when they buy Bitcoin at 40,000 and it goes to 80,000, they feel like they have $40,000 in house money that they're willing to get a little risky on, right? So I think that's a big factor as well. I think people are waiting to get buying Bitcoin right now, and then when it does double and triple and quadruple, like I think it is going to do, then I think that's when people start getting things. So I'm still expecting this year to hit 150 by the end of this year, and then 750 by the end of next year. So in that time, I think runes and Bitcoin and ordinals, and we see a flux of money like we never seen before enter this ecosystem. So I think we should just be ready for that. But
I agree. Hey guys, also we're gonna need you guys' help, because we did an amazing Mr. Yen Japanese businessman competition on the Ordinal Revolution Twitter account, and so we picked 5 that we liked, And about 10 minutes left in the show. We're going to need you guys to help us out in the chat, just a vote, but we're going to go over that. I would say maybe 15 minutes so we can go over each meme too. So hang out with us. We appreciate you guys being with us. We know there's another big space right now happening, but our numbers are going up. So we really appreciate your support. All right.
Let's jump right into the next one here. Digital artifact prices. Do you want to take this?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's kind of exactly like what I said about runes, right? Because it's everything is being affected right now, right? You're seeing, let's see, the daily. This is actually pretty good to see puppets in the daily volume right there. Puppets and node monks and OMB, because I felt like there was just so much about it. Was so many pre-runes that were up here, right? And now we're starting to get some of these ordinal collections back in here. Now the prices are still kind of reflective upon what I just broke down with runes, right? Like it's exhausted right now. And a lot of people sold down their puppets, node monks, and OMBs to prepare for runes. So, there's kind of like this weird place right now that people are in with our space. They're like, okay, I got to be patient with runes. I sold down a lot of my ordinals to get into runes, and now I'm like kind of like stuck in mud, right? But at the same time, BRC 20s didn't take off right away. They did take off very quickly after the launch, but not right away. It was, I would say, maybe like 3 weeks or whatever, and then they had their jump up. So we don't know what that's going to look like, but once runes does propel up, because I do think the runes bull market will be the next one in our space, not the next one before ordinals, that the profits will trickle back, in my opinion, into ordinals and other opportunities. So I just feel like we're going to be in the stagnant place. The puppets are at 0.275. A couple of weeks ago, they were at 0.4. Node monks were at 6.7 like a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. They're at 0.341 now. OMB's at 0.399. That's not too bad. It's actually kind of healthy for them. And so Quantum Cats are at 0.4. I will say one of the things that has surprised me is that Quantum Cats and the Wizards kind of have held their, well, at least Quantum Cats have held their price pretty well. So
Quantum
I guess
Cats is up a lot.
Yeah, so that's really good. And I feel like they kind of like flipped a switch. They're like, okay, we're ready now to kind of like stabilize these floor prices and really ramp up the marketing of OpCat and all this stuff. And they flipped on the switch, and once they flipped that switch on, it really hasn't calmed down. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, they were telling people, hey, if you have your cat listed, you're not going to get this airdrop. You're gonna be very sad. So they're telling people that if you have your wizard listed, you're going to be very sad. So I mean, that's why you're not seeing a lot of these wizards and stuff being listed, and that's why the price is so high. But once this airdrop happened, you could see something like we saw with Prometheans and with Runestones, right? You could see a drop, and I'm kind of looking to get back into these, so I'm kind of hoping for that. So
yeah, and oh wow, they're on Ethereum too. I didn't know that.
The Wizards are.
Yeah, I guess someone created a wizard project. Yeah, probably. Yeah, so they're at 0.239, which is still, I mean, dude, this was at 0.08 forever.
I know.
So like the Quantum Cats and the Wizards and what Udi and his team has been doing for floor price has been really, really strong. Bitcoin Frog still at that 0.07. I still have mine. I do firmly believe that they're gonna surprise people again. But we'll see. They've been at this like stagnation. I feel like it's like a trader's dream project right now. It's like 0.07 to the 0.1, constantly back and forth, and all you have to do if it's low is just wait, because it typically doesn't go below 0.065 ever, really, right? And so but it's definitely stagnant. I'll say that.
And if you guys are looking to get cheaper, you can buy it on Unicross for 0.066. So if you're looking to get it there, then probably bridge you out by the end of the week, hopefully. So yeah.
Well, there was a couple like arbitrage situations that we saw over there. So I think Runestone was also one. The Frogs was okay. What was another one that was like really big? I can't
I think it
remember.
was it the wands?
No,
I don't know.
this is runestones. Maybe the blue box too. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, so that's kind of how I feel about the collection. The digital artifact is just kind of a
Yeah.
wait and let runes kind of have its little bull run first, and then there's some new stuff that came out at the end, like the alus and bitmap emporiums that I feel like are going to have the next time that ordinals run up, that those are going to do well. But
100%.
the classics are just kind of chilling right now, seems like.
Yeah, man. You want to take us over to a Unisat or something for the BRC 20s? Because I haven't looked at them in a long time.
The
Have you?
BRC 20s. A little bit. I got my
Yeah.
track back from the bridge, by the way. I got my track and my MMSS back yesterday. So it took 3 days from whenever I unstaked Merlin. But yeah, let's take a look here. So the top 3 in volume: Wizard, Ordi, Pups. So that's kind of, it was Wizard and Pups that were the 2 that were just like really on fire before runes kind of came out. But you can see the volume's definitely just down a lot. You can see red, there's some green in here too. But Wizard's at $4.57. Ordi is at $37.80. So, like you can long and short Ordi on Surf.1, right? On Merlin too. We
Yeah.
were actually in our members stream yesterday, and there's multiple things you can long and short over there. So like this is pulled down because this was at like $48 last week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? BRC 20s to me are like, I feel like, Domo, that whole group right now, they probably are like waiting, salivating to be able to release whatever they have, if they have something that's like, that can be game changing. But I think that they got to release that. Like, they say
Mhm.
we were hearing May, right, is whenever they're going to start releasing the new swaps and stuff, the upgraded swaps for Unisat and stuff like that. It's just gonna be interesting because like I said, I firmly believe that runes will have the next little mini bull run in our space. But there could be a wrench thrown in here to see what they have for the BRC 20 side. Some people say it's dead, but I just I don't see Domo just going away forever. Do you?
I mean, I don't know. I do. I don't know. We'll
You
see.
see him and like the people that layer 1 foundation just dissipating into the background, just disappearing.
I see them leaving layer 1. I don't you can use Unisat wallet, whatever they want to, same thing, but I don't see them as being the the layer 1 asset they used to be. The 5-digit ticker thing was a complete bust. I'm not really sure what was the thinking behind that. Domo's a data guy. He's not the builder everyone thinks he is, and
Yeah.
but we'll see.
So yeah, but I don't think Domo's the one that's building right now. It's like Unisat. They've obviously been hands
Well,
on
that's
with
what you
this.
asked me. You asked me if Domo's gonna just walk
Fade
away.
away.
I mean, potentially someone else could come and stronghold this to success, but I don't think it's Domo. I think Domo gives his head nod to that person, but Domo's a data guy.
Yeah, but he's
Domo
also
data.
a public figure, or he's a figure in the space, right? So it like I I'm pretty sure like Casey isn't the most talented developer on his team. You know what I mean? Like Raph
It's
is
Raph, yeah, for sure.
right. So like who's the face though? You know what I'm saying? Who's the face? It's Casey, right? It's the same thing with BRC 20s. As much as people don't say that Domo's not a traditional developer and all this stuff, which is true, right? He's still the face of BRC 20s, and I think that like because of that, like for him to step away probably wouldn't be smart for him. You know what I mean? Because
Well,
like if he's
I
that
don't think
like
he'll step
figure.
away. I just think that BRC 20s, if they can't fix the transfer inscription problem, they're doomed. And they're working on fractal Bitcoin, which is, if like I said before, if you have to bridge it, you're off layer 1. So we'll see. You know, you can't really build with a transfer inscription.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also that let's say that they are on this hybrid 1.5 layer.
Yeah.
They could still have massive, massive, massive success um, because because those original assets are still Bitcoin layer one assets. As much as you
Yeah.
might say, okay, well, the environment isn't layer one, the original assets are Bitcoin layer one assets. Like they're inscribed on Bitcoin, right? So with that being said, yeah, I think the asset value could still be looked at as very, strong. And then the ecosystem and environment can actually have a lot of success because they could have their own ecosystem away from ordinals, right? And then people know the history of these assets being that you could technically bridge them back to layer one and trade them in this way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I think that I still stand by my prediction that we are going to be in this multi-meta protocol fungible token type of world.
Yeah.
But
But we
see.
are 14 months after the birth of BRC20s, and there's not any upgrades at all. You know, the swap to me came out in September, and is now you know, what are we about to be in May? And still nothing. So I mean, there's people still trapped over there. So I don't know. I hope they prove me wrong. I really do. But our man Block, shout out him, the silly party, says Domo ain't going away. 5-digit tickers were a side note. The real alpha is to burn an infinite issuance mechanism to create a stable coin for BRC20s. What does he mean by this? Programmable module coming in the fall. No bridge, all L1. Okay. Okay, I can't wait to see that. You know what I mean? That would be amazing, and that would change my entire perspective. I change with new information. So, but I don't know if that's even possible, right? So we'll see.
Well, it is possible to have the BRC20 side, like the meta protocol programmable or composable, because that's what they've been doing. They've been making like in their, I mean, we haven't seen it, but whenever they talk about it, that's the whole objective. It's to make the meta protocol programmable so you can do intricate things within the meta protocol, but not relying on Bitcoin's having to change the functionality of Bitcoin in a sense, right? So you're not messing with that part, but I don't know how they make that work. I guess programmable module. We'll see.
Yeah.
I think there's just since being in the space since last late April, right?
Yeah.
I feel
Over a
like
year
there's
now,
just like
dude. Congratulations.
yeah. But there's been like so much hype in words, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
just like from not just BRC20, so many things like tap, BRC20, atomicals, runes, all of them, and I think at the end of the day, I think we got to be honest with ourselves sometimes and sit there and say there was a ton of accomplishment. I'm not going to take away from that. Okay, like the on-chain economy for Bitcoin was the biggest accomplishment from all of this. And whether that is a very dumbed down way to do an on-chain economy or not, that was a huge accomplishment because what it did was make people use Bitcoin again. But from the words after that were said about what is coming and what is going to be built and stuff like that, we just completely fell short up until this day. And I think that's just an honest assessment that, we got to kind of look in the mirror sometimes and say, hey, but that doesn't mean it's over. It's not over.
Yeah.
And I do think that we're going to get to those points. I think that people in crypto are very impatient, more impatient than your average impatient person, because over here it's a lot of degenerates gambling on meme coins and doing this and that. And so they want stuff now, versus, waiting it out and stuff like that. So,
yeah. Well, last thing, Block says one more thing on this. He says, the 5-ticker upgrade added burn function and the ability to set max supply to 0, and this allows a stable coin to be created. Okay, so they're doing, we'll see. I just think there's a stable coin probably going to be on runes before there is one on this. I mean, but that's not, it's not a race, right? It's about the better protocol at the end of the,
I'm not so sure about that. in our space, it's like the better tech and the better protocol doesn't like a lot of times doesn't win.
That is very true. That is very true.
So
all right. We had some more topics, but we can save them for another day because we do have something fun that we're gonna jump into here.
Yep. So we ran a meme competition on the brand account's Twitter, and I'm gonna post these up right here, or I'm about to show the we need you guys' help, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show the memes that we selected, and then I'm gonna show an image with each meme with a number next to it, and once we're gonna give you guys a minute, and then once we say vote, we're gonna need your help to put that number in the chat, please, for us. So let me go ahead and share my screen first.
And real quick, the voting's gonna be very simple. All you got to do is we're gonna put up a screen. You're gonna choose. Is it numbers or letters?
Numbers.
Okay, so you got to choose 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. You're gonna put it in the chat and enter. We're not gonna tell you what the numbers are yet. We'll tell you that at the end.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Shout out Mattyverse real quick with the worst ever.
I won the award for like. Yeah, this was funny. I laughed at it though, but that's funny. But all right, so this is the first one that we selected, and we're gonna play it for you guys. So give us a second here. All right, so you've got Mr. Yin, of course, the star of this meme season. You got NFT Nick here and Mr. Yin's son, which he loves them a lot. So that's the first one we wanted to show. The next one, this is funny. So this is one of the qualifiers here. It says Mr. Yin, Japanese businessman, says just need a bridge and we are done. So this is obviously a little jab at Merlin. You know, we thought this was kind of funny. At the end of the day, you got to be able to laugh at, you know, yourself and stuff like that. So this is the second one right here. And then, oh, this is number 3. This was creative.
They are disgusted, Mr. Yan.
So these are the numbers I'm saying are not the numbers to vote. I'm going to show an image at the end, but that was the third one. Here's a pretty good one.
Bueno. Luca. Bueno. Pinu. Bueno. Pinu. Bueno. Pinu. Billions. Lule Pinu. Pinu. Luca.
And the very last one is this one right here. Is the Forbes cover, Mr. Yin, Japanese businessman, with Mr. Yin. He says he loves his son, and there's his son. He's looking at him. Businessman of the year, riding the wave, ruins Mr. Yin of Japanese. I don't know what that says down there, but
coolness.
Yeah. So that is all of them. That's the top 5 that we came up with.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to show this image here. All right, so I'm going to leave this up here. So, guys, if you could please help us out in the chat. You can see the numbers correlating to the meme here. So, 1 for the bridge meme, 2 for the Minions meme, 3 for the Forbes cover, 4 for the dance Vigil,
Spider-Man,
Mr. Yin, Spider-Man dance, and then 5 for the Mr. Yin, his son, and NFT Nick here. So if you could put those votes in right now for us, you got a minute and go now.
All right, we got a 5, we got a 4, another 5, another 4. We got a 2. We have another 2. We have a 5. What else? We got it. We have a 1. Our first 1. Another 5. A couple 2s running in. 2s are definitely flying. Oh, it's the same guy. And then we have 3.
One vote
Nocturnal
per
says
person,
2.
please.
Then we have Yazir with the number 1. All Web with the number 3. Yazir then changed it to a number 2. And then Bob Witt says no spamming. Kai Effect throws a 4 in there. All right. How much time left on the timer here?
We got about 30 seconds.
And it's
So-
looking like interesting.
Is it coming down to the clutch? I'm just watching the.
It's coming in
Or
here.
coming down to the.
We have a number 8 by Nocturnal. He is seeing things.
What number is 8? 5 plus 3?
He is seeing things way beyond everyone else.
4, 3, 2, 1. All right, all votes are in. So look at the last vote, Shizzy, and make sure we don't go past that one.
We do have a 420.
All right, so you have the chat there, right?
A 69 has just come in. So still calculating. So yeah, so as the 420 and 69 will be the last votes here. Let's see who won.
All right, so go ahead and give me the numbers, and then make sure there's no double votes here, and then I'm gonna.
Okay. So whatever your first number is, that's what we're gonna take, guys. If you did switch, we are sorry, but your first number. So we get Lucian with a 5, Todor with a 4, Kucha with a 5, Bitrens with a 4, Zaza with a 2, Hustle with a 5, Coach Katz with a 3, Alpay with a 1, Ichitoshi with a 5, Zaza I voted already, Nocturnal with a 2, Yazir with a 1, Kai Effect with a 4.
Well, Yazir had 2 votes, right?
Did he? Well, Yazir's a special. He can get 2 votes.
Okay.
And then we have Nocturnal with an 8. But the original one was okay. And then we got that already. Kai Effect with a 2. I said that already. KDN with a 2. Scott Binder with a 3.
And that's it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, that's it.
All right. So let's just use Yazir's second vote, though. Can you find that one?
Okay.
Because we don't want to.
1.
Okay. So then he put a 2 in first, so we'll take one of the 2s out.
Well, then he went back to 2 again. So
2 is his final vote? Okay.
Yeah, so 2 is his final vote. 2 is his final vote.
All right, I'll take out that one.
Itoshi said his mama said he's special. So definitely shout out to Itoshi's mom.
All right.
Who won?
Let's see. Hold on. Can you tell me, like, with Yazir's 2 vote, how many total 2s are there? With his, yeah, but just only count Yazir's 2 vote once.
You want me to count the 2s in here altogether?
Yeah, count them except for Yazir's.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.
And that's from you counting Zaza multiple times here. Let me see.
Did I
do it? Yeah, it's okay.
I didn't count Zaza multiple times, did I?
1, 2.
Wow, math is definitely not our number one subject here. I did want to show you guys Yagobi's counting here. I did take a leverage play on Merle today. I put in about $600. My liquidation price is about 59 cents. That is the all-time low for Merle. That's why I put my liquidation price there. I'm down $19 here, and I'll show you guys this again tomorrow. I have about 10,000 in leverage, but surf that one. And don't recommend playing with leverage. I'm just putting money in that I'm not afraid to lose, and just seeing. I think the bottom is in for Merle, so I'm taking that bet, and I'm down about 3% on my thing right now. So, but jumping back to here.
Keep talking.
Do we have a winner?
1, 2.
All right. I'm going to keep talking. I'll take a quick look at Bitcoin, see what Bitcoin is doing real quick. On the monthly, let's jump back to the daily, which is my favorite. Still under 63, so it is up from earlier though, big time, 63. So yeah, man. Definitely, guys, put your questions in there. We're still gonna do Q&A. We're gonna jump through the the Q&A. So definitely throw some questions in there for us. We would love to anything you guys are thinking. Love to hit anything. So do
All
we
right,
have a
looks
winner?
like the winner is number 2.
Which is which one was that?
Is the Yentech Solutions, the Minions.
The Minions.
Wow.
What, Yentech won?
Yeah, Yentech won because there was like
So Mr. Yen won.
yeah, Yentech won.
Which one can you show that one? Is that the one with I can't
Yeah, we'll
I
show
don't
it
remember.
again.
Okay.
I was a little surprised on this, honestly, because I'm not saying it wasn't good. It was good, but
Oh, Spider-Man? No. Oh, the Minions. Okay.
yeah. So this is the winner, guys, right here.
Luca.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Bueno.
I don't know why I did that.
Pinyu. Bueno. Pinyu. Bueno. Pinyu. Minions. Lule Pinyu. Pinyu.
Yazir said irony of Mr. Yen winning.
Yeah, because I even
Chief
pulled
Actor
I pulled your vote off. Yeah, sure. You were the most confusing voter out of all this. But
Yo, Zaza did it like 10 times.
Even without his though, there was 7 number 2s.
Okay.
And so that won. Congratulations to her, because
Yeah.
I believe it's a her. She wins 2,000 Mr. Yen tokens, which could be something.
One day that'll be $2,000, right? We
We'll
think
see.
Mr. Yen's go ahead.
Yeah. All right, now we're going to get into the Q&A part of the show. Appreciate you guys helping us out there. We're going to try to include some of these more fun contests and stuff. So, all right, so let's get to the questions of the show. We'll start off with Cryptophoria. Good morning. Blood in the water. Influencer scam drama. They say we're going to zero. Bull is canceled. Oh my gosh. I say, show me some crypto. What are we buying? Shill him some crypto, Shizzy. Shill him some crypto.
I'm gonna talk you into buying some rune coin, right? No, I'm joking. Don't buy my bags. I'm not willing to sell yet. But yeah, don't got really much on it.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely feels that way. Blood in the streets kind of situation. For me right now, if I were to say like the safest type of things, and this is not financial advice, would be probably like in our space, because like there's this fungible like war that's happening and stuff. Obviously, like Runes is front center right now, so it's getting the attention. I would say some of these blue chip ordinal projects that drop, you know what I mean? Wait, like me, I'm looking at how far they drop down. I'm talking about the node monks. I'm talking about the puppets. I'm talking about, obviously frogs is one that like I feel like has a large upside. Some goosenolls possibly, because that's also been kind of, seems like it's getting some strength back. And OMB, stuff like that. If that can pull back another 20% across the board, I think that could be opportunity there. But like in terms of fungibles, it's really those large market caps that are safest in runes right now. Arsic, Dog to the Moon, Pups whenever that launches. But
Yeah.
People like me right now, I have a lot of risk on runes that I'm hoping that once that runes bull run happens, 5, 10, 15 and up X for many of those kind of spray and pray strategy there.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, I do think that there's some projects on Merlin and some other ecosystems that will do better. Like when the Stacks Nakamoto upgrade comes out of the signers test net and it goes live next month, I think that could be a good opportunity. Stacks is always shown stability with its price as well, so Stacks could be a good one as the main token.
I don't see the cup and handle of this next one.
Oh, is that a question?
Yeah.
Oh,
right here.
KDN. Go ahead.
You said, do you think BTC is forming a cup and handle? I don't see a cup and handle. Do you?
What chart?
I'm guessing the one from today.
No, I mean like is he looking at the daily?
Hourly something? Yeah, not really sure.
What chart are you looking
KDN,
at? Maybe
put your question again. Kind of be a little bit maybe
more
hourly,
specific.
daily, weekly.
I mean, it's all kind of when you zoom out, it's all
Yeah.
very similar, but
Oh, I think I see it. He means from like the entire look.
okay, yeah, it's right there.
Kinda. Like, is this what he means? Like, there's your cup, there's your handle. Potentially. I mean, it's a giant cup. But I mean, we're talking months long here. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's exactly what he's talking about.
yeah,
So then,
maybe
in that case, then number go up is what I think he's.
cup and handle.
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
I thought it was a cell signal.
Well, short term, yeah,
Yeah.
still some more down, but then like, ends up in kind of like coming out of that bearish trend into a bullish one.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so it's basically kind of like a fake out and then breakout is what it ends up doing. What's up, Claudio? Let's see here.
What else we got?
Prepper Show says how to bridge out of Merlin BTC. So if you go to my Twitter at Yagobiverse, there's a video that I posted, a short form video there. It shows you how to bridge out, but we can kind of jump to that actually real quick just to show you the simple, how simple it is here.
Let me show it.
Yep. All right. So you're going to go to first. I'm not sure if you're just if you're doing the unstake, you would go to unstake right here. Click that. I actually don't have any layer 1 assets anymore. I already bridged out my 2 that I had. So I had MMSS, but what you would do is you would select it and then claim to layer 1 down here. And then it's going to make you pay the gas or the fees right here, the Bitcoin fees. And once you do that, it will be in pending status. And then it should take 3 days. And so mine took almost exactly that amount, 3 days. So hopefully that's the step-by-step. That's for the fungible side. So if you have stuff that's like NFT side, the bridge is coming for that. I know that they had the ZK EVM upgrade today was the test net for that. So hopefully that ends up opening the bridge here in the next day or so, because that upgrade should allow like much higher volumes of Bitcoin wallet transactions. So hopefully that answers your question there.
Yeah.
eSpirit says, what do you think about 4% being the new inflation target? I think that would probably be good for short term if they set
that. Yeah, they're not going to say that. Jerome Powell came out for the last 2.5 years and said 2% is our target. We are in the 3s right now. The worst, I mean, best possible case scenario is they come out and say 3% is okay. We're okay with 3 to 4%. So yeah, to answer your question, I mean, it's definitely possible, and I definitely see them coming out and saying that in the future. I don't know if it's this year though. I think it's going to get to a point where they're like, yeah, we can't. We'll never see 2%. Once they give up on 2%, then 5% is going to be the new norm, right? Because right now it seems like 3 to 4% is going to be the norm. But that's just their CPI number. Real inflation is like 6, 7, 8%. But from the they send someone to the store, the same stores every month. That's how they do it, and they just go over prices of stuff. And that's how they counter inflation. They're not using any real data whatsoever. So real inflation is like 8%.
That's sad. Are you sure?
I know. I'm positive. They send people to the same stores every single month, and that's how they get their data. I'm dead serious.
In each state?
Each state. Yep.
Oh, that's interesting.
Rather than just go to something like, I don't know, Capital One and then looking for the prices of things, right? No, they send people to stores.
Yeah.
They're so old.
I'm sure their target like internally is like 3 to 4%. They say 2% because they want to keep the public at bay, and knowing that like we'll never hit 2%. So Pelpa says PFPs from Prometheum are coming. Cool. That'd be awesome. And then
That would be
Nocturnal
amazing.
followed up with that saying Runestones put their cards on the table around and announced 3 drops. Kongs wisely haven't made any other announcements yet. Timing is everything. True. Timing is everything, especially in this space.
Yeah.
So good comments there from Pelpa and our guy Nocturnal. Crypto Mona X says, will there be subtitles in the broadcast recording? I think there were subtitles whenever I saw. Are they?
Yeah,
I think
sure.
YouTube might be adding them or something.
I can do it. I just gotta look into it. There's an
Oh,
option
yep,
for it
yep.
to subtitles.
Ishitoshi. Yes, I think YouTube adds auto subs. Yep.
Yeah.
Because I saw it randomly. I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Hollywood, appreciate the kind words here, sir.
They don't
Ichitoshi
like me
says
very
Rune.
much.
they love Shizzy. Come on. Ichitoshi says Rune Summer.
Potentially.
Rune Summer.
We just need our OXBT. Over.
To kick it off. I feel like we have a couple of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think so. I hope so. You know, at the end of the day, like this is a risky industry and business that we're in, guys. You know, like I'll tell you, I felt a lot better probably 2 weeks ago than I did today, but I will never like put myself at full on risk in one basket. And so I'm
Yeah.
okay. Like, you know, I just wanted to kind of see the gains a little bit quicker with runes. But again, I truly feel like we haven't seen the runes bull run yet. And so until then, I think we can't get a fair gauge on how aggressive the runes market can be. Because right now we're not getting any type of bull market. You know, we just have like some positive visual stuff with these market caps is what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Nocturnal says, what low market cap runes are you looking to get into? Have you looked at Pepe with Honkers? It's the first Pepe rune sitting at number 27. Could be a thing narrative. Is it number 27 rune?
Yeah, it's a super early rune, yeah. Super
That's
early rune.
crazy. Hold on. I'm going to get to your question. I just want to look this up. Pepe with Honkers. Yeah, 27. That's crazy. Huh. I wonder why it hasn't caught on too much, because I think it's actually kind of hilarious meme, like the picture and stuff with it. So some of the ones with lower market caps that I'm looking at, I think that can be kind of cultish. So I think Anarcho Capus, it could be really cultish, kind of for the movement, OMB-ish type, because it's anarchy capitalist. Basically, it's a play on words. It's at $11 million market cap. It's been like weirdly aggressive from time to time. So I think this one could be one that 10x's eventually, at least maybe between 5 and 10. And Satoshi Nakamoto's, it's weird to me. There's a ton of holders, but I see people like bullish on my timeline about it. But that market cap's not too low. It's at 46. So another one that's low. Wanko Manko Runes, it's at 12 million. So as much as this is a weird backstory, I think because Casey, he has his little group of people that support this, including Erin. Like, seems like she supports the whole furry movements. So those are two that are kind of in there. And some wild cards, I'll say Mr. Yin has picked up a lot of fandom in terms of memes. That one's at like 1.7 million. So that one could, but Mr. Yin, for me, I hold Mr. Yin, and I'm definitely would get out after the first run up. You know, I just don't know how much staying power that could have. And I think that's Pepe Matrix and Pepe Honkers. So Pepe Matrix is at 2.1 million. There's a lot of holders there. Pepe with Honkers, I don't know. I got to research that. There doesn't seem to be like a ton of activity with that, but yeah, we'll see. The ticker is Elsa's, also a wild card, 2.4 million. But guys, these are so risky, you know, like you don't know, like you're just hoping that one of these will hit. So
for sure,
that's kind of my mentality on it. What about you? Any low market caps that you're looking at all?
I'm playing it safe, guys. I'm not playing with these memes right now. I'm trying to find projects that are actually building with teams behind them, RSIC, Prometheans, and stuff. I'm not really. I can actually show my portfolio here real quickly, but I'm really just sitting with mainly RSIC. I do have some Koala. I do have a sell order for it though. Ducat unit. I'm not even sure what the hell this is. I've minted some, and then
It's supposed to be
yeah.
the
So
stable coin.
yeah.
I thought maybe it's their governance token. I'm not sure.
But yeah, right now I'm just all RSIC, and I do have 3 Prometheans coming, full of things. So that's really it. That's all I'm really holding. I do have some Bitcoin up here in this wallet that I'm looking to DCA more than R6. I'm really hoping to get under. At my average right now is under 20 sats. So I'm kind of like want to stay there. So I'm not gonna be buying until it gets back under 20, but I will be hitting that back up when it does.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There's some pre-mines that are low, like Lobo, the Wolf Pub. I don't know. It's at 26 million, right? So that's
Yeah.
kind of not too low, but there's VC behind it, right? So they could
Mhm.
try to make that pump. Also, the Runes Guardians is an interesting one. We all knew about them. Their market cap's at 388,000.
Yeah.
You know, you'll see kind of like some of these other pre-runes, maybe like Tiny Vikings when they come out. I don't know what they're gonna do. But I think some of those, if they come out and they had strong like pre-rune energy, and their lower market cap, 5 million or below, those might be worth a gamble too. Just because
Yeah.
you know they have like some sort of like marketing strategy or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Good question though,
Yeah, man.
Nocturnal. Let's see what else we have here. Sayans asks, let's suppose Udi revives Opcat. What would be the future of Merlin in that case? Bullish or bearish scenario?
That would be actually very bullish for Merlin because what Udi is
Easier.
creating, Udi's actually creating an OpCat VM. So Udi's actually creating a competitor to Merlin. So that would actually Merlin would actually have that first case scenario because they could easily just integrate OpCat right away while Udi, he's on DevNet or SegNet right now. So that would actually be the most bullish thing that could ever happen for Merlin.
Well, Opcat's on Signet, so like they can
Well,
be
that's what I mean.
Cat VM in the background.
But when you take it to mainnet, it doesn't always, it's not always
where I
what
see
you
the
think it
bullish
is.
scenario would be the bridge. The bridge would be permissionless. Because at that point you
Yeah.
could have smart contracts in the way that Udi explained the way that they have Cat VM, which I think that they could probably do for the CDK EVM or ZK EVM.
Yeah.
Is that like that bridge can be like the smart contracts can be used with any language type, right? So
Yeah.
Solidity, whatever, the bridge would be permissionless at that point. You wouldn't have to rely on the MPC wallet, multi-sig or approach, which that's the whole delay part, right? So the bridge would expedite your flow of forward and backwards. The bearish scenario would be that they could just lose market share to Cat VM and whatever they're doing. If they have a new chain or whatever with that, that would be it. But I actually think it would probably be more bullish because the back and forth flow of assets would be easier and permissionless.
Yeah, for sure.
It's custodial right now, guys. Everybody like when you're doing a bridge with Bitcoin to like side chains or there's no layer 2s, but like it's all custodial except for Lightning, and that's different, and no one wants to use it.
Yeah.
Or it has to be a reason why.
Poor Lightning.
All right. There's a fake. So Bob What says, guys, did you mint the Fehu ordinal? It dropped a couple minutes ago. I don't even know what ordinal that is. Says you need a mint. You need 6 to mint. It's free. Fehu. I don't know. I guess.
Really?
Yeah, that's interesting. Check that out. It could have something to do with their future airdrops or something. Who knows?
Where's the launch pad? I don't see anything on the launch pad. Am I missing something here?
He says you need stacks STX for fees to mint.
Oh yeah, I don't mess around on stacks.
What are your from BitRunes? What are your thoughts on the BitBoy?
Oh yeah, I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool. I think you know, it's different. You know, I don't really have much on it. Do you?
Yeah, I mean, I like. I have a weird kind of stance on it. I think it's cool if it's like it really works. You can mine Bitcoin or whatever on it. That's a real world asset, right? It's cool. I need to see it. I need to play with it. I want to see more follow through from the Ords Games teams, stuff that they release. You know what I mean? Because I feel like they had their BRC20, the money sign, OG money sign. What happened with that? Like even at when BRC20 like took off again, like they just kind of like it was just like, and then like they had their ordinal collections like way early last like summer. I don't ever see anything on those. So like, and this is not to try to pick on them or anything. I just want to see more follow through, be consistent with one thing, follow through with it instead of just like jumping on the new fad. The ordinal graphics is amazing from it, and if that hardware works as it they say and it's useful, then real world assets. I hate saying that so hard. Or it's like the meta that everybody keeps talking about. So if we can get it going on Bitcoin, I think that's good.
100%. 250 people in here, guys. Can you please smash the like for us? It helps us out more than you think. On Twitter as well. We do have a lot of people over there on Twitter. Please hit that heart, man. It really helps us.
Bob Woods, has anyone heard about runes called Runies? I have not. Have you?
No.
We haven't, Bob. Yeah, sure. Says the Bitcoin University YouTube says the runes transactions are making the blocks filled with garbage transactions. I have no idea what it means. Any thought?
Yeah, it's maxis. Maxis being
Yeah.
maxis. I've seen that too. The maxis hate, but guys, the maxis don't realize that this is better than the old way, right? For the block, at least there isn't garbage inscriptions in everyone's wallet anymore.
Are they saying that this is still spamming?
Yeah, they're still spamming. I mean, you're just using the UTX. You're just sending small amounts of Bitcoin. You're spamming the network. That's how they say it.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Nocturnals, what's next for the Ordinal OG pass holders? Possible OG poker tournament in our future.
Dude, that would be
fun. Yeah, that'd be fun. And maybe we can get it sponsored or something by like Chip or something, or have them like do something with it. Nocturnal, you gotta check out our live stream that we did yesterday. We talked about this. There's 2 things in the works. Actually, we have a meeting here in about 30 minutes with one of them. The other one, we're waiting on them to finalize something. So there's 2 things in the works right now. One's we know that's really big opportunity for like exclusive amount of people, and they want to include OG pass holders. So we just need to get the green light from them. And they reached out to us, by the way. And it's a legitimate business that's been in crypto for years. And so they're on the Bitcoin side a lot, but they're also on Ethereum and other chains. I'll just leave it at that. So those are the 2 things we're working on. So yes, and then I would love to play a poker tournament with you guys. Let's try to see how we can get that coordinated. We'll Shizzy and I will talk about that and see how we can do that in the future. That'd be fun.
How can you do that? I guess you can just use an app and just invite people.
Yeah, but like if they want to make it fun, then you can kind of put like a prize pool and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we can
yeah. Okay.
We'll talk about this, and maybe we'll do like a member stream and try to figure out how to coordinate it the best way possible.
Yeah.
Bob Witt asks, "Hey Shizzy, where did you get your cap? Would love one."
I got this actually made, but you can get something similar on Amazon. If you see mine's kind of camo. It's not a thing, but
or ordinalrevolution.com, hit shop. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think we have. Do we have my hat? It's something similar, right? It's not my
I don't think we don't have the reflective stuff on there.
Gotcha.
Good questions, man. You guys definitely participated very well today, so we appreciate that. All for Web3. Guys, what do you think about the Rune Guardians project and an opinion, please? I kind of just hit on that.
Yeah.
You know, their market cap is like 388,000, super low. I believe they airdropped everybody. They were consistent throughout the pre-runes thing. So depending on how much, like a lot of this has to do with like marketing power and strategy, right? I mean, there's teams now. I do think that people like teams that don't give up and that continually push forward, even if they don't have the marketing edge, you know, there's a chance that they can come out and do something pretty decently big. We've seen that with certain things. Like I think like Knox, our guy Knox, like he's good at marketing, but like he doesn't have like all these like huge marketing like funds and stuff to be able to just. But he's a guy that comes to work every single day, and you can see it in the floor price of SkullX and everything that he does. So shout out to Knox. But like, you know, Rune Guardians could be like that, you know, kind of like a project like that, to where they're just knocking on the door every day, just trying to open the door for their community, and eventually that door will open if they keep doing it, you know. So it could be a good one to play. You're going to take it's a risky one in my opinion, but at least they have a team, you know, they have a team. So
100%.
And that's exactly what Yashir kind of followed up. He said he has their runes, nothing much, but Runes Guardians proved to be a stable and honest project. We have to wait and see. Yeah. So I'm just kidding. I saw that. That's how I got my perspective on it.
I think that's it. I think we can end it here. Well, yeah.
Yep. I think that's it. That's the end of the QA.
Well, we did this one.
Oh, did we?
Do you guys know when the new Lamp Stop Dex goes live? Hopefully when the dust hits. Yeah, I'm not really sure. We'll ask them. But God,
yeah,
I'll cut you off.
Well, I'll just like Shizzy and I were actually asked to be judges on Lambda's kind of like their incubation type of program. So those guys are working hard, man. You know, so shout out to them. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of people in the space right now. You got the motor swap guys, you got the lamp swap, and they're different protocols than what's in the spotlight right now, right? So I don't know. I think there's a lot of potential here. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of passion. It's kind of sad to see the timelines get toxic and stuff, but you know that's a part of the game. But I'm going to look at the positive side and be optimistic because, like I said, there's a lot of talent, passion here, including that's how our show started, was from passion. Yeah. And you guys being passionate about listening and learning. And so, you know, I think 6 months down the line, things are going to look very different.
I agree. We do got my man, Mr. Sheedy here. He says, made it too late. No, Mr. Sheedy, you are just on time, my friend. Just on time. Appreciate you, Sheedy. But but guys, that's our show today. Tune in all week. Tomorrow's gonna be a little different. No Yagobi, but we will have IMSO Chris tomorrow. So check that out. We're gonna get into some TA type of stuff. I love having Chris on because Chris is amazing at TA. So we're really gonna have a TA based show tomorrow. We'll definitely jump into some stuff. I'm gonna ask Chris some bullish and bearish stuff about some of these runes. So it's gonna be a really, really fun show tomorrow. I know I'm clapping like a little girl, but we're gonna have a really good fun show tomorrow. Then our normal show on Wednesday. But all week, guys, we're going to be here 11 to 12:30. So check us out Eastern time. That's 10 a.m. Central and 7 a.m. Pacific. So check us out all week, guys. And then, definitely check out ordinalrevolution.com. We have some of the best articles there. If you are going to Bitcoin National, we have a 20% off coupon. Use it. Get that 20% off. And if you're going to Bitcoin National, make sure you have some of your ordinals gear. If it's not from us, make sure it's from someone else. Let's show the maxis that we are representing ordinals. But we do have some of the best stuff there. We're going to be adding some really soon here. So definitely check that out. Keep looking at that stuff because we're going to have some new stuff there. And join our membership. Yesterday we did a members only live. We're going to be doing more and more of those. So if you want to get really into it with us, you guys can kind of put in personal questions. We can give you some of our personal things that we're doing in and out of crypto. So definitely check that out. It was really fun, and I can't wait to do it again. Did I miss anything?
Nope, you got it all, buddy.
All right, guys. See you tomorrow.
Peace.
We OG, oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Yeah, experts on reload. Yeah. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock. Ayy. Runes is coming. Everybody on a knot. Ayy. It's a nuisance. Ordinal Revolution. Ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.